I would say to go all out with your idea no matter what. Make it super unique. Push it to a place where it's even bordering a little bit on the weird and over the top. Just no matter what you do, don't do generic. I mean, there's so much generic in the world, and that's not what people connect with. And just to give a quick example, when I switched my web design business, Better Than Chocolate Web Design, over from a generic model when it was called something else, over to something super, super niche and very targeted, which is websites in one day for women entrepreneurs, everything changed for me. People started talking about my business. The relationships I had with my customers just got so much better. And more importantly, it really affected my bottom line in a positive way. So, yeah, I would say to just go for it and just don't be afraid to be completely authentically you with your idea and don't be generic.
I guess the first thing I find that a lot of companies do, interestingly, is they don't make the story about the buyer. They don't make the buyer a hero. It's amazing how many stories start about how great their product is. And if you want to learn from the biggest companies in the world that are doing the best stuff, what did Apple say when it released the iPod? It says fits 1,000 songs. It didn't say, hey, this is the coolest thing we could have ever developed, and if you're going to buy an MP3 player, this is the one, and here's why. It said you could put 1,000 of your songs on this device. Solved the problem, but also made a buyer the hero. I think the biggest thing a business can do to start taking good advantage of any kind of sales and experience out there is to think of that exact thing. How do I make my buyer the most successful person in the world around them? And that, I think, is where all best information and all best practice comes from.
I would say start with something the marketplace wants. That's really important. A lot of times people have an idea because they love the idea, and as great as that is, you have to make sure that the marketplace actually needs or wants that idea. Then you have to, of course, budget for things like marketing and PR and make sure that you're launching things in a way that you want to be perceived, the way that you want your brand to be perceived. So I think for a lot of first-time entrepreneurs, or youth entrepreneurs in general, my advice is always to do your offline homework first. So people get caught up in the tools of, Facebook, social media, it's exciting. And, while it is exciting, the basics have to come first. Is it a good product? Is it a good service? Do we have the budget to see it through? And do we have, the time and resources to really be consistent? That's the biggest, I think, mistake I see a lot of entrepreneurs making is that there is a lack of consistency. There are no magic bullets in the world of marketing or in the world of business. Everything, discipline and consistency, although not nearly as sexy, are still basic principles for business and in life.
What I want to say is follow your gut. We had no idea what we were doing. We just had this little glimpse of a thought of the family life that we wanted to have and the kind of things that we liked to have in our house and how we had traveled everywhere to find these things. Why weren't all these things just in one place? And we went for it. We literally quit our jobs, rented a space, slapped some money down for the first year's rent, and took a chance. And people thought we had lost our minds. People were just aghast that this is what we were doing. And now when you put a big sign on the window that says happy 10th anniversary, people have to respect that. And every decision that we've ever made has been with our gut.
From my end, I would just say, for budding entrepreneurs, take the leap. Jump. Do it. Go in head first. Do your homework. Make sure you've dotted all your I's, crossed all your T's, researched everything forwards and backwards. But go. Do it. I think the biggest problem that we have right now is we have so much information, so much news coming at us. The economy's bad, da-da-da-da. Let me tell you, somebody's making money somewhere. And the thing is, you've got to get over that paralysis, and you just got to go, and you just got to do. And, it's better to be moving in the wrong direction, being able to change course, than it is to just not be moving at all.
The E-Podcast Network, supported by the most renowned success stories in business today. Subscribe today and never miss another show on EPN.